Ian Craig.
Thanks again, Matt, and again good morning all on this lovely morning in Sydney. And a small field running over 2,000 in the first event. Werewolf the firm favourite, and number 5 at 2.10 in New South Wales. Support late in the ring for number 1 Bello Senor, currently 5.40 on the totalisator, and just a little shorter in the ring. Now, they'll be moving up at any moment, and here they come. As Chris joins us now, and they're moving in for race 1. 2.10, 150, number 5 on the New South Wales Toad Werewolf. Best back to beat it on track 1 Bello Senor. Corey Brown, 5.20 and 2.90. Good track, true rail. And as our radio audience joins us, we've only got 4 horses to move in for the first of the day. Rail in its true position for racing on the course proper here at headquarters. Bello Senor walks forward, Go Bint comes up, and Tyra Express will be the last. I see it's catalogued for sale in the next couple of weeks, Tyra Express. And Robbie Brewer, who's a half win in front of Scott Pollard in the Apprentices Premiership riding Tyra Express. Scotty is on Mr. Attorney. And Corey Brown, 3.5 behind Darren Beedman on Bello Senor. Ready now, race 1, first of 8. Werewolf, the inside runner, they're off this time, and Werewolf was away well, so too was Manzeal. Straight Proof going up towards the lead, as is Tyra Express, and a couple of lengths to Mr. Attorney, Bello Senor and Go Bent. Little Brewer keen to lead, obviously, on Tyra Express, and as they race along past the 1700, Tyra Express about 3/4 of a length on Straight Proof. A length and a half away, third is Manzeal, followed by Werewolf, Mr. Attorney, Bello Senor, and a length further back is Go Bent, about 8 lengths from the lead, which is now taken by Straight Proof. Along the back of the track and going past the 1400 marker now, and Straight Proof, a length and 3/4 Tyra Express. Manzeal without cover in the third posse, followed by Werewolf. At its quarters the outside, Mr. Attorney. Second last, nearly 2 lengths away, in fact, is Bello Senor, and a length and 3/4 Go Bent. No change in the order as they work along past the 1100 marker, and Straight Proof shows the way. Christopher Muntz in the saddle. In second posse is Jimmy Cassidy's ride Manzeal. Third is Tyra Express, followed by Mr. Attorney, and a couple then to Werewolf. Second last is Bello Senor, and 2 lengths to Go Bent. This is the order coming onto the High Street side and linking up with the 800 marker, and Straight Proof, a length and a half clear Manzeal. Tyra Express on the inside of Mr. Attorney, who's being tracked by the favourite Werewolf. Best back to beat Werewolf immediately behind the favourite, that's Bello Senor, another 2 lengths away, and 1 3/4 to Go Bent. 600 metres left to run, and it's Straight Proof showing the way from Manzeal, Tyra Express, Mr. Attorney. Now Rodney Quinn's about to pull out on Werewolf, and Brown will track him forward on Bello Senor, and Go Bent over on the inside as they wheel for home. And Straight Proof is under siege, tackling at Manzeal with Tyra Express, Mr. Attorney, Werewolf, Bello Senor and Go Bent. Tyra Express reaches a clear-cut lead at the 200. Werewolf, and now Bello Senor from Mr. Attorney. He pulls the stick on Tyra Express, Mr. Attorney, Werewolf, and then Bello Senor. Mr. Attorney goes up to Tyra Express, and Mr. Attorney gets there. He's made it 3 on the trot. Mr. Attorney from Tyra Express and Werewolf, and a good finish from Bello Senor, Go Bent. Manzeal and Straight Proof was last. Isn't he going well? Number 3, Mr. Attorney, ridden by Scotty Pollard, who now takes the lead in the Premiership. He had a great duel with Robbie Brewer, who was a half in front of him prior to the race. But Mr. Attorney, he's never raced better. Trained by Sid Brown, one of the all-time great mentors, and by Mr. C from Olney, a brown gelding 5 on the New South Wales tote, $5.60 and $2.20. From the inside, looks like Tyra Express and Werewolf. Tyra Express, number 6. Here are the numbers coming up now. Yes, 3 the winner, Mr. Attorney. Number 6 is second, Tyra Express, Robbie Brewer, $3.60. Number 5, Werewolf, had his chance, no third tote. Number 1, Bello Senor, the official 4th.
All right, Ian, 3, 6, 5 and 1, and the New South Wales first 4 will pay $222.40. Quinella
for this hurdle, and it is over the 3,400 here. Pretty short on track is Who to Bedford. He's still doing a little better there. NSW and Unitab at least. Good backing to Bushland, and they're almost set. Let's go back for race 5 on the card to Tony Lee.
Fan racing now. Smart Hunter straight out the back door early. Getting back a little as well was Ricky Roo. No clear leader through the first 100 metres. Now Mr. Sox and Bushland as they come to the first. Bushland came out marginally in front. Mr. Sox takes it on. Whipping up and around them is Albert Khan now. Have a Star the inside of Sovereign Robe, furthermore, and then Hooter Bedford around the outside of those with a little more than a length to Ricky Roo and 5 lengths to Smart Hunter. Dropped out of business the early part of it by 5 lengths as they settle down, and Mr. Sox the leader. Mr. Sox comes to the next down the back from Bushland, who made a fair job of it. Albert Khan right there. Hooter Bedford's around Sovereign Robe and Haberstar inside of those 2 runners. With nearly 2 lengths away then to Albert Khan. The next is Ricky Roo on the inside of Furthermore as they work down the side, and 4 lengths then to the last one is Smart Hunter. So Mr. Sox comes to the next. He got in just a little awkwardly, or Smart Hunter dipped a little on landing, but he's okay. Mr. Sox 2 lengths in front down the side their first occasion. Bushland is second. Albert Khan right there on the outside as they come to the next. Nice jumping the first few. Hooter Bedford has pushed up to behind them to be the 4th, and on the inside Haberstar. Sovereign Robe comes around the outside. Ricky Roo in the centre with Furthermore just behind these, and still 4 lengths to Smart Hunter, who is the last one. So the Lion Brown Wellington hurdle to the first of 3 on this inside straight, and up and over they go. They've all made it. It is Mr. Sox and Joe Rathbone a clear leader from Albert Khan, who was second, and Bushland is third on the inside. Sovereign Robe becoming a bit more prominent. In the centre, the favourite Hooter Bedford, and Haberstars against the inside to the second in the straight. Up and over they go. Good jumping here. Ricky Roo was next from Furthermore, and Smart Hunter was still the last one. They come down to us with a circuit to make, and it is Mr. Sox showing the way from Albert Khan in the centre, who was second as they come to the third in the lane now. Coming to it now, he was asked for the big effort, the leader, and got over it nicely. It is Mr. Sox from Sovereign Robe, 3 out around Albert Khan, and Bushland is just behind the speed. They're followed by Ricky Roo, who's around Hooter Bedford, who's travelling nice and easily. Haberstar the inside from Furthermore, and now only 2 lengths to Smart Hunter, who's starting to tag on now. There's not much from first to last, about 8 or 9 lengths in fact, as they head up into the back of the track. Mr. Sox trying to do it end to end. 1,600 metres to go in the Lion Brown Wellington hurdle from Sovereign Robe, who is second, as they work up into the back straight. They're followed through by Albert Khan. Bushland right there with Ricky Roo. Hooter Bedford about 4 off the leaders. Furthermore a little deeper out as they come to the next. Up and over they go. Haberstar the inside, and a couple of lengths to Smart Hunter is the last one. They've all got a chance as they side up to the second down the back of the track. Mr. Sox from Bushland, who's jumping very nicely. Right there Albert Khan. Ricky Roo goes forward, and Sovereign Robe's a little deeper. Hooter Bedford's got them within his sights as they work over towards the next by the 1,100 metres. Furthermore's only a length off those, then Haberstar, and 5 lengths back then to Smart Hunter, who is last, but he's still trying to pick up ground. They race towards the end of the back of the track, and Ricky Roo's gone around to take over now. Ricky Roo moved a couple of lengths in front of Albert Khan and Sovereign Robe as they're about to approach the one by the 800 metres. Just behind them Bushland. Hooter Bedford hunted up as they get over the next, back over on the inside after the 800 metres. Then Mr. Sox is weakening, about 8 lengths away. Furthermore Haberstar and Smart Hunter. Ricky Roo comes to the next, up and over. He flew it. He got 5 lengths. He's very hard to catch from Albert Khan, and then Sovereign Robe. Hooter Bedford behind these. Bushland best of the rest. Mr. Sox as they're about to link over onto the course proper. Kelly Murray and Ricky Roo with a very handy advantage. They swing at the 300 metres. She took a confident peep from Albert Khan. Sovereign Robe. Hooter Bedford plugging on gamely. He's got a very big break at the 250 metres as Ricky Roo won to clear. Albert Khan's chasing him 5 lengths away. Then Hooter Bedford and Sovereign Robe coming to the last. Ricky Roo screwed it a bit, but he's got over it by 4 lengths from Albert Khan. Hooter Bedford and then Sovereign Robe. It's Ricky Roo in front. Ricky Roo with 100 metres to go. He's tired. Albert Khan's trying to chase him down. He's walking Ricky Roo. Has he done enough? You bet he has. Ricky Roo's done it second. Albert Khan. Third over then has been Hooter Bedford. Next Sovereign Robe. Furthermore Bushland, Smart Hunter and Haberstar, with one just been remounted after the last, and that is Mr. Sox.
Dashing display by Ricky Roo. Very tight on the line, but had a big enough break to hold them off and pays 770 and 320 over Albert Khan, and Hooter Bedford third, the favourite third, so 4, 5 and 2 after the running of race 5 from New Zealand. Now, the 6th event is 12 minutes away as we run through the ratings here for you. 2 equal top raters in Hummeryan and Bailey on track. So big overs, as you can see, Bailey's on ice. Let's run through them. 7.50 Jack the Stripper, 15 Rhino, 7.20 the Rainmaker, 10 Von Ryans. Bailey's on ice 13, but is equal favourite on track. Then go to 9.90 Flojo. You're getting unders for Lalu. It's 3.70 here, but around the $6 mark there. 11 She's a Bell, and the others all over 20s. Race 6, the Breeders' Stakes for the 2-year-old, a listed race, and is coming up in 11 minutes from now. There's the dibs on the hurdle. Ricky Roo, K. Murray, 7.70 and 3.20 over Al Burkhan and Hooter Bedford, 31.70. Quinella, $73 was the exacta, 169.20 the trifecta. Well, a big day coming up at Moonee Valley. Interesting program.
And you too. And good luck, folks, at home. Let's head to Ruakaka for the next in New Zealand. Here's Keith Hobb.
Been with the clerk of the course throughout, as Glazin is being led up, another of the local horses. Big representative here with the locals in this race. So the last two, Humayan and Lalu. Lalu and Lance O'Sullivan. Humayan, the chestnut, being led up. Goes to its gate. The Rainmaker drawn handy. Goal Strike set, Jack the Stripper. They're tented up alongside of it, possibly with She's a Bell. Lalu now goes in, so bet and set. Westbury Stud, Northland Breeders' Stakes. Listed event, they're off. Atomic Flash bounced out of the one gate. She's a Bell and Goal Strike go after it. Lalu's away well. Jack the Stripper's kicking up to be handy. So too Bailey's a nice. Around them, Humayan on the outside, tracked around by Virginia Catwalk. Then followed behind it next is Von Ryans about 5th. Then followed back behind them. Then She's a Bell getting back in the field. The Rainmaker back also now towards the rear is Flo. Joe is actually second last. And back there, Vic Sun as they work across. And 5th last is Rhino. About 700 metres to go and the pace on up front. And now Humayan on the outside levels with as they come towards the turn. Humayan is right there. Vic's on the inside. Gold Strike is kicked up to go with it. And behind the leaders then is Atomic Flash is around the turn. Bailey's on ice is handy. Jack the Stripper's about 5 off the leaders as they swing into the straight and head for home. And now Lalu comes down the very outside into the straight. 300 metres to go. Lalu and Humayan are the 2 leaders. Gold Strike kicks again on the inside. Jack the Stripper now. Atomic Flash running on late. 150 metres to go and it's Gold Strike still with that lead. Humayan and now Atomic Flash. That's the danger. Got right through on the inside to lead them and out wide Flo Joe, but down to the post. Atomic Flash just in front, fighting back Gold Strike and Jack the Stripper. Atomic Flash won the money. Gold Strike second. Now Photos for third. It's close between Jack the Stripper and Flo Joe, who dashed home. Right in behind them the Rainmaker as well, then followed home by Virginia Catwalk. Alongside of it as they finished was Von Ryans and well back Rhino towards the rear. Glazin was never in it at any part, and Lalu also finished well back in the race.
Atomic Flash at big odds has got the prize. The number 1 here, Gold Strike second, also at big odds, so you can expect something here. It is a photo for third. There's a couple of them involved there. We'll get that number in a moment. 1, 2, and a photo after the running of the listed Ruakaka Stakes there for the 2-year-olds. Now, the final event from New Zealand, the Trentham.
About 4 metres the last meeting, and they swept wide, and you'll note in the straight that there's some wear close to the rail. And that's to be expected this time of the year. It's very hard to get the regrowth happening, and there's a fair bit of sand fill near the fence. Just makes me wonder whether they might start to sweep a bit wider later on. It's not generally the case when we have a rail movement out this far. It's generally the on-pacers who perform the best. We'll see how things unfold during the day. This is Catavia, disappointing last start that they're working on moving into the gates, and it's at big odds this afternoon. Favourite is Tito, number 4. Been just looking to get to this sort of distance, and his last run was very good behind Bill Framuse. He beat Glefty home and meets him better at the weights. Here's Ski for Kings making his city debut, coming into the stalls now. Ski for Kings moving up into the gates now, and we need Spanish Symbol to get set. Sir Pentai backing up from his debut performance where he didn't have a lot of luck at Flemington goes in. Impulsive Reality coming along now for Mark Zara. And we're not far off a start in the first. Secret Desire, Spanish Symbol, and also Tito. 2 Hawks runners in this. Tito in the all cerise and Hollow in the black with the cerise cap. Now, Spanish Symbol comes up for Fabian Villela. Been racing very well on much wetter ground than he strikes here today. Now, Tito goes in, the favourite locked away in the middle of the line, and the filly Secret Desire will be the last to get set. 1 to go in then. Clear favourite is Tito. Second pick is Spanish Symbol. Third favourite Glefty. And they're all in. Set to run. Ready for the first on the card. Favourite Tito drawn the middle of the line. They're off and racing. Tito jumped as well as anything. Ski for Kings was one of the first to bounce out, and showing speed also Giancarlo. But no pace early from Marauding Ruler, who settled down last, and Pentire's next to last. Running up to the turn at the 1200 metres, and Tito the favourites on top. Secret Desire, Whyte out, burning up into second, placing out deep there on the course though, and Giancarlo's just underneath it, getting up to second. Secret Desire is now third, and Parisian Storm back on the inside fourth. 2 lengths away then came Ski for Kings, who has the mouth open, pulling as Catavia goes round the outside. 1 to Glefty, followed by Top Hat, and then Hollow back on the inside, a little worse in midfield. 1.5 lengths Spanish Symbol being followed as they make the run to the turn at the 800 Impulsive Reality. 3/4 Serpentire, and last of all is Marauding Ruler. At the 800, Tito on top and did it pretty well. He led by 1.5 lengths. Giancarlo with the blinkers on today. Up handy second on the outside, and they're followed by Catavia making a quick dash wide out. Secret Desire's handy. Spanish Symbol coming with a run wide around the outside. Parisian Storm still there on the rail, and Top Hat's made ground, and then Serpentire followed further back in the field by Hollow, who's under a lot of pressure as they neared the turn, and Ski for Kings is with it, and Impulsive Reality's third last. Glefty's second last. Up to the turn, and Tito in front, led by a length to the Bolter. Catavia running a much better race today. Spanish Symbol getting up to third, and Serpentire's running on from Giancarlo and Secret Desire. Catavia's raced up on the outside and gone to the lead round the home turn. Tito didn't find much, and then Spanish Symbol, and Serpentire's coming down the outside. Catavia the leader out by 2. Serpentire's making good ground, but Catavia's clear, and it's Catavia. Catavia by 2 lengths to Serpentire, Spanish Symbol. Tito battled away only fourth, and they were followed then by Secret Desire, and then Impulsive Reality, followed by Giancarlo, Hollow, and next was Glefty. A break behind those to finish then was Parisian Storm, and they were followed by Top Hat. Well back for most of the journey there was Marauding Ruler, and last to finish was Ski for Kings. There's a start for punters. Number 5, Catavia, $31.90 and $7.30 for the place. Serpentire grabbing second. Number 7, Good Effort. Third, number 1, Spanish Symbol. Numbers are 5, 7 and 1 in 141.2. Favourite weakening back into fourth placing after being headed at the home turn. 5, 7 and 1 semi-forward on the first on the card. Well, this horse was a very disappointing performance at Flemington last time out. He got back in the field and at no stage raised his backer sights on that occasion. But today he was up much handier. I heard Leon McDonald on radio this morning saying that he could find no excuse for the horse's failure last time out, and he was going to have this run and then be going to the paddock. That certainly gives you no inspiration to be backing the horse, and he went round at big odds, unwanted, but has scored a pretty impressive win. Did like the run of the second horse here, Serpentire. Excellent run, and Spanish Symbol proving that he can do it as well on top of the ground as he has on the heavy lately. Perhaps on a heavy track it might have been a little different. 1.5 lengths by a head were the margins, 141.2 the time. Take dividends in the first. Number 5, Catavia, $31.90 and $7.30. Second, Serpentire, $3.40. Third, Spanish Symbol, paid $2. The Quinella, $174.90. The Exacta, $429.20, and the trifecta in the first, 5, 7 and 1, $2,689.90. Pretty hard one to get. Now the second today, this is going to be one of the real highlight races. It's a very strong race at the top of the weights. The St Stephen's Steeplechase, 8 to run over the 3,700 metres. Can the horse who the race is named after win it? I think he probably can. Race 2 is due at 12:55.
Number 6. And let's head across to Trentham for the 7th.
To the hands of Van Winkle.
He's a wonderful wet track galloper, Mike, isn't he? 6 wins on heavy footing, 3 on soft. This distance, as Grant Searle has just told us, has no problems for the horse. He has won 6 at the 1600 metres. He's going to take all sorts of handling. He's big, he's strong. He's got the 56 kilos, which is pretty tidy for him, I'd say. $2.85, $1.30. He's going to take a power of beating. I've got a huge respect around the 8 here. Mistrust, $3.85, $1.45. I thought she was getting home very well behind Quality Kingdom here on the first day. A little further suits, and of course down there on 53 kilos. She's nice and bright. She had a very good preliminary, I thought, which is a bit of a key sometimes when the conditions the way they are. $3.85, $1.50. I wouldn't dismiss Quality Kingdom. I wouldn't dismiss Cruella. I wouldn't dismiss Top of the Straight either. Should be a terrific contest, the Whyte.
Been in racing some 75 years, the Whyte handicap. I think 1926 apparently the first year it was run. Cullamore's won it a couple of times. Greek Mia, Always Summer, Maria Mitchell, to name a few, who've won it on 2 occasions. So for the 2002 running of the Moore FM Whyte handicap, here's Tony.
All in the gates, ready to go. Racing in the Moore FM Whyte handicap to a perfect line. Just after the start, Bloomer Pension gets back a little with Mistrust. Quality Kingdom leads from Top of the Straight, and Pacific Star is right there on the inside, going through to vie towards the lead. Then Van Winkle and Cruella together. A length Mistrust, and a half the outside is Bloomer Pension as they gallop on down the back of the track, and Quality Kingdom just a length in front. Second on the inside is Pacific Star, and then Van Winkle. Top of the Straight pushes up between runners. Cruella's the next. Mistrust a little wider, and Bloomer Pension been ridden on the inside here, saving plenty of ground. And in the Moore FM Whyte handicap, there's only 4 or 5 lengths covering the field as they gallop on down past the 1,000 metres. Quality Kingdom's the leader. Second, Pacific Star on the inside. Bloomer Pension has saved ground all of the time. Wider out Van Winkle, Top of the Straight, and then we have Cruella. And over on the outside is Mistrust. It is still Quality Kingdom trying to defy them at the 800 metres. Leads a length on Van Winkle, who travels well. And then we have Pacific Star, Top of the Straight, followed through by Bloomer Pension. Mistrust looking to take off, and Cruella has gone back to last as they come down the side. 600 metres to go in the Whyte, and it is still Quality Kingdom in front. Quality Kingdom from Pacific Star. Van Winkle coming into it on the outside, and then Top of the Straight. Mistrust picking up ground. He's riding it on the inside here. Quality Kingdom, he saved plenty around the home corner. He turns in front. Out wide the action from Pacific Star. Van Winkle and Mistrust right to the outside, and Top of the Straight is fighting on again on the inside. It's Quality Kingdom. Van Winkle out wide. Mistrust trying to round them up the last little bit. Quality Kingdom, Van Winkle out wide, and Mistrust, she's finishing powerfully. She's boomed to the lead. Mistrust on the outside of Van Winkle. Quality Kingdom's fighting on, and then Pacific Star, but Mistrust ridden hard, and this very genuine mare wins the Whyte. Second, Van Winkle. Third, Bull, don't know. Very, very close. It's either Pacific Star or Quality Kingdom, then Cruella, Top of the Straight, and the last is Bloomer Pension. Number 8, Mistrust, $3.90, $1.45 has taken out the Moore FM Whyte handicap under the urgings of Thomas Russell. A courageous and tenacious win. Has just out-toughed them the last little bit, had to work hard. Van Winkle wouldn't lay down, nor to Quality Kingdom or Pacific Star. But number 8, Mistrust, gets her 6th win from just 23 starts. Here she is getting the front. Van Winkle was lifting again on the inside. Quality Kingdom fighting very, very hard, as to Pacific Star, who's made it very interesting 3rd and 4th. But in front, Mistrust, and yes, she has improved. The 1600 metres has helped her too. Here's the call.
Handicap. 8, Mistrust. 2, Van Winkle. 10, Pacific Star. 1, Quality Kingdom. 6, Cruella. 4, Top of the Straight.
Well, that's the judge sending the placings through. New Zealand race 7, officially 8, 2, 10 and 1.
The stripper. They're tented up alongside of it, possibly with She's a Belle. Lou now goes in, so bet and set. Westbury Stud, Northland Breeder Stakes. Listed event, they're off. Atomic Flash bounced out of the one gate. She's a Bell and Gold Strike go after it. Lalu's away well. Jack the Stripper's kicking up to be handy. So too Bailey's a nice. Around them, Humane on the outside, tracked around by Virginia Catwalk. Then followed behind it next is Von Ryan's about fifth. Then followed back behind them. Then She's a Bell getting back in the field. The Rainmaker back also now towards the rear is Flo. Joe is actually second last. And back there, Vic's Son as they work across. And fifth last is Rhino. About 700 metres to go, and the pace on up front. And now Humane on the outside levels with as they come towards the turn. Humane is right there. Vic's on the inside. Gold Strike is kicked up to go with it. And behind the leaders then is Atomic Flash is around the turn. Bailey's on ice is handy. Jack the Stripper's about 5 off the leaders as they swing into the straight and head for home. And now Lalu comes down the very outside into the straight. 300 metres to go. Lalu and Humane are the two leaders. Gold Strike kicks again on the inside. Jack the Stripper now. Atomic Flash running on late. 150 metres to go, and it's Gold Strike still with that lead. Humane and now Atomic Flash. That's the danger. Got right through on the inside to lead them, and out wide Flo Joe, but down to the post. Atomic Flash just in front, fighting back Gold Strike and Jack the Stripper. Atomic Flash won the money. Gold Strike second. Now photos for third. It's close between Jack the Stripper and Flo Joe, who dashed home. Right in behind them, the Rainmaker as well, then followed home by Virginia Catwalk. Alongside of it as they finished was Von Ryan's and well back Rhino towards the rear. Glazon was never in it at any part, and Lalu also finished well back in the race.
Atomic Flash at big odds has got the prize. The number one here, Gold Strike second, also at big odds, so you can expect something here. It is a photo for third.
To a start. Wayne, just before they go, you're sticking with Honey Rider?
I'm going with Honey Rider here, Matt. She looked good in the parade. She was a good last start winner at Rose Hill. Shoots up 4 kilos, but last preparation she was very competitive in black type races, so good push for her on course. Another one that did look good was number 5, Celestia. I think one of these two horses will win the race. She'll appreciate the 1200 metres here. Looked very, very fit, and she's very, very consistent. Pompey will get a nice run from the one alley. Just knocked up first up over the 1200 at Rose Hill just recently behind Honey Rider. She's much fitter here today and has won second up before. And number 2, Timidity, ran behind Honey Rider the other day. She got back, she was a bit awkward in the race, and they put blinkers on her today. She'll go forward, I think. 1, 5, 4 and 2.
91.70, and that is Honey Rider. Open race nevertheless. First of the day, won by Mr. Attorney. 3 on the trot to him now. Ready now, race number 2 at Randwick. And they're off. Pompey near the inside got the best of it. Away very quickly was Timidity. All Elegance wider out third, and then Honey Rider followed by Fleet Harriet. A length the Snatch at a similar margin, Celestia, and 2 lengths to Skimming. 9.50 to run, and the leader is the grey filly Timidity. She's a length and a half now on Pompey. A half to All Elegance the outside, and 2 to Honey Rider, keeping company with Snatch it over on the inside. A length to Fleet Harriet, second last Celestia, 2 lengths to the Canberra filly Skimming. Working along to the 600 marker, and Timidity shows the way. All Elegance sitting at its quarters in third position, 2 away Pompey. Snatch at the inside, Honey Rider improving with Fleet Harriet. Celestia quietly ridden second last, and a length and a half to Skimming around the turn, and Timidity shows the way. A length All Elegance, Honey Rider on the outside making a line of 3, and 4 out on the track is Fleet Harriet, and 5 out Celestia as they come down to the 220. Honey Rider hits the front from Timidity, All Elegance, but Celestia is swooping home nicely now, and Corey Brown drives Celestia clear of Honey Rider. Late on the scene, Snatch it, but it's Celestia. Celestia racing very well at the moment, and has beaten Snatch it and Honey Rider from Pompey and All Elegance. And then came Skimming.